So we're off on to question one, and it turns out this is our bronze award winner for the exam as one of the third worst question on the exam, we thought. Ashley and Xavier are playing a board game that needs them to use this spinner. Now, we're pretty certain we saw this in a Hungarian methods exam question, and the examiners probably chucked it into Google Translate and came up with this story here. So the player spins the arrowhead and the result is where the arrowhead is pointing when it stops moving. But it turns out that it's not that. It's actually the outcome is the letter in the region where the arrowhead is pointing. So the first question here, if the spinner is spun 3 times, what's the probability that B is never a result? Well, we can see up here that there are 3 B's, 4 C's and an A. So before we go any further, we have to make the assumption that our spinner here is a regular octagon, which the question doesn't tell us. But if we don't assume that, then we're kind of out of luck. So anyway, all these things adding up to our bronze award, but wait, there's more to come. Anyhow, so we've made the assumptions, we've translated the Hungarian into English and worked out what they really meant. So obviously here, there are 5 outcomes that are never a B, and that's got to happen 3 times. So we simply want 5/8 cubed. And just the effort of doing this one, I mean, why put this on a calculator free? So that's another reason we made this question a bronze award winner. So we've got the first mark on the board, and for the first very mark to do all of this, that's really pretty bad, isn't it? Anyhow, let's move along and see what comes next. So part B, where are we? Here we go. So we've got down to here. Let the random variable x be defined as the number of times B is the result when the spinner is spun 3 times. So there's no real mark here for noticing that it's a binomial distribution. N is 3 and the probability of success. So now we're after getting a B. So that means the probability is 3/8. We've got to complete the table showing the probability distribution of x without a calculator. So 3 marks basically for showing that you can do a bit of arithmetic. If you've forgotten the formula on the formula sheet, here it is. We've got the binomial distribution and the formula here. So that's not going to be a hardship. But we've just got to plug the numbers in and do the calculations. 125, 225, 135 and 27 out of 512. So 3 marks for basically some fairly stupid arithmetic. And then part C, determine the mean and variance of the above distribution. So the last 2 marks, pretty straightforward. Again, back to the formula sheet. Here are the formulas for the mean and the variance. So we just plug the numbers into those and we get 9/8 for the mean and 45/64 for the variance. I'm guessing maybe some kids might have done this one by multiplying xp of x, but good luck to them when we've got these standard formulas. Anyway, so all in all, the level of calculation, the badly wordedness of this question, we feel that question 1 gets the bronze award for the kind of pretty bad questions on this exam.